Oh shit. Hey, my bad, y'all. My bad. Hey, hold on. Let's rewind that. That was the blooper. That was the blooper. Started at the beginning. Let's start this over. Welcome to Kicking It with Just Kstylz. Hey, let me make sure, is my mic right? Are we good? Okay, we good. We good. Hey, my bad, y'all. My bad. Kind of had a busy day today. You know how that goes every now and then. But let's go back and we got the blooper reel out the way. So Rodney Brown, Fred Butts, Ted Sports and Gaming, Asia Green, Chris White, Michael Walker, Joseph Thornton, Myron Jackson, Anthony Evans, Juan Carter, Mr. Motivator, Ray 50, YMOF Jamal, ATM 3405, Reginald Banks. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Hey, that's why this is the nation. Y'all let me know when I'm bullshitting around or when I messed up. So, hey, hold on, Eric McDowell. You got a birthday today, man. Hey, everybody hashtag happy birthday to Eric McDowell Jr. right here, man. Everybody hashtag happy birthday. Fall Star Falcon, what's good? Jason Nails. But how we doing this evening? I know y'all see the title is basically talking about the Julio. What'd you say? The Julio saga continues until they've decided to finally cut his ass. But before I do that, I'm gonna give shout outs to the Atlanta Hawks. My boy Philip, he in here. Let's say give a shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for handling their business over this weekend. Looking at Spike Lee with his head down on the sideline is hilarious to me. Lord have mercy. Man, that sound thing kind of messed me up a little bit. But basically what we're going to start and kick this off with, that was my little 2-minute ramble on there. We're going to look at the possible, apparently, I know y'all see in the background with me back here, you kind of see Grady Jarrett and Russell Wilson back here. There's a reason why that is, because now apparently the Seahawks done threw their name into this whole trade scenario situation. Apparently Julio Jones and Russell Wilson has been talking about playing together for the last couple years or something. I don't know if it's a couple years or just recently, but the only problem that they have is they do not have the cap space to take on his contract. And that's where the problem is with this Julio thing, because I know a lot of people are talking about, well, why haven't we played Julio? Why haven't we traded Julio? Why is he still on the thing? Well, apparently what they're looking for in a trade partner, not only just for the first round pick, which most likely they will not get it, but the issue is a lot of these teams are going to have to take on his $15.8 million contract, plus the $2 million they will have to owe for him next season. Now, that sounds like I said, Julio on the trade market. It sounds good on paper, but when you look at the logistics, the money side behind it, there's a big gamble factor in there because you're going to have to pay this guy because this is the first year of a $66 million extension. Remember, first year. I know we're gonna move on from Julio, but the thing about it is they're not gonna stop talking about Julio until this trade going down. We're not talking about Julio the player. We're talking more so about the money aspect behind it, who is the suitable trade partners and what they can get for him. Now, yeah, everybody gonna outbid the damn Seahawks because the Seahawks really ain't got nothing we want. They ain't got no first round picks they can give us. So basically what we're looking at possible maybe second round picks. They said Tennessee is maybe the only team that be willing to give up a first-round pick, but they don't have the cap space to hold his contract. Like I said, we tired of talking about Julio. Trust me, we tired of talking about Julio Jones. We tired of it. This is an ongoing soap opera that's been going on since March. Real, what's going on, homie? Hey, tell me how y'all like the background. I might change that. Hey, Mike coming in a second. Oh, you see what happened? They done messed me up. You see what they did? They messed me up, man.
What in the world?
They messed me up, bro. Apparently, they don't want me to be great. What's up, Mike?
What in the world just happened?
I think I just got hacked again. There we go. These motherfuckers won't let me be great today, man.
Oh, me. That's why I'm here now.
Look. The Black Migo effect. Hey, I know it needs iron, and I just got it today, so I'm learning as we speak. All right, Mike, what you got for me? Basically, we just talked about the possible scenarios as far as the trade for Julio and why teams are like really weary of taking on his contract because it might be a little bit more expensive than they originally thought.
Well, I don't necessarily believe that teams are turning away. I just think we got a lot of liars right now. Everybody not gonna tell the truth because honestly, they trying to get a piece of Julio. So I don't think a lot of people telling the truth. I mean, it's Julio Jones. Like, who gonna actually tell the truth? Like, they want to make it seem as though that there's no market for him, but he's still Julio Jones. So let's not pretend like there's no market for him. Whether people want to pay, whatever about it. If you want to pay 50, 75% of his contract, then that may be the case. But I just don't think people are telling the truth about what's actually going on about Julio Jones. Nobody gonna tell the truth right now. That's all smoke and mirrors. This Julio we talking about. He's still Julio. He may be 32, but it's still Julio who we talking about.
Okay. Because I know kind of like the reports going on out here is that they talking about it. Whoever takes him on, he may be possibly looking at a new contract, or they might be tearing this one up.
Say that again.
I said apparently from what they're saying is he might be looking for a new contract, or they might tear this contract up. Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. What? Oh man. But yeah, they're like, that thing kind of surprised Mike there for a second. But yeah, so they looking at a potential new contract. Now, my question to y'all would be is, oh, wait a minute. What you about to say, man?
I'm just trying to figure out why anybody's surprised. I'm not surprised anymore. I mean, he let it be known what his tactics were to begin with. People give you money and you want more money. That's not good enough for you. You sign the contract now. You're trying to renegotiate a contract you haven't even lived up to.
I got arms.
Just think about that. You haven't even lived up to the contract that you signed that you want another contract. Like, Ain't that saying like some diva type crap? You haven't lived up to the contract that you already signed, yet you want a new contract. Does that make any sense?
It really doesn't. So my question to you would be is, do you think the process would have been a lot easier had he not signed that extension?
The more that I hear each day, I just think Julio just Hollywood just don't change him, man. I'm just gonna be real. I don't like. He's no longer a small town Alabama boy. Now he's P Diddy. I'll just say
that. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Won't stop.
But like you said, that's coming down to a couple teams that's saying they apparently now the new team that's supposed to be the front runner now is New England. As we know, third rounder, second rounder for next year. But like I said, a lot of teams are not really willing to part with players. That's gonna be the problem. So you're not gonna get the value that you think you're gonna get for a guy like Julio, but you're only gonna get what you can get.
Well, I'll say this about Julio. I'm a true believer in numbers can be replaced, but talent, the individual talent and what he is, that can't be replaced. So you're not going to replace a Julio, but you can replace Julio numbers. That's easy to replace. You know what I'm saying? It's like at this point, I just want him gone. Just be real. If you don't want to be here, bye. But like I said, we've seen that this year that we can replace his numbers. I mean, Calvin really had a better year than he had. He had 1,300 and 8 touchdowns and 90 catches. I mean, that's pretty much replacing his numbers. So like, you can replace numbers, you just can't replace talent.
I agree. Like I said, as long as you got the right system, any player could come in and give you that same production. It might not be just one player. It might have to take 2 or 3 players. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's just all about the system. But like I said, unfortunately, it had to end this way. But the thing about it is, that's the nature of the business. You got to move on. So I just wanted to get a little bit on that subject as far as the Julio thing. Let's talk about the other players. Let's talk about the guys that want to be here. Let's talk about them. Let's give them some shine. Any kind of notes that you got for as far as what you've seen so far? As far as the expectations?
Well, my expectations is more on the coaching side of things, more so than the players. Like, I know we got the players. I don't think anybody can deny that we have the players. Like I said, we don't know what KP gonna give us. That's still kind of up in the air as far as what he can give us. But my expectations more so with the coaching staff. I want to see a much more aggressive coaching staff. And hold these guys accountable for what they've been doing in the past years. Hold these guys accountable for their actions, little bitch moves like Julio done pull. It's like, look, when people pull that, man, we got to make an example out of them. I don't care if he's Julio. I don't care if it's Matt. When you pull moves like this and you think you're above the team and you looking out for yourself, we got to make an example of it. So, like, my expectations at this point, maybe next year I have as far as players are concerned, I want to see the coaching staff in the front office make an example out of someone like a Julio Jones. Like, when you pull stuff like this and you take things to the media, there are going to be consequences for it. And you're going to make players think twice about coming here and pulling that type of stuff. So, like, that's my expectations this year. I see a coaching staff that's going to hold players and coaches accountable for their actions.
Okay. Let's get in a couple of these comments here. Eric McDowell, the birthday boy, said, I think we're going to be a great team. Yes, that, like you said, that is definitely a reality there because most of our issues as far as us losing has been coming in key situations, which I think they can definitely shore up with a different mentality of a coach. I know Nathan said he thought Julio wasn't like Antonio Brown. He felt like he's actually worse.
It ain't nothing. I believe. I don't think it's anything worse than a snake. Like that's what Julio. He's just been exhibiting snake behavior now. For somebody that he's been saying I don't like drama, and then you take it to the media. It's like that pretty much kills all your argument about I don't like drama. It's like if you didn't like drama, why hang out with the Migos to begin with? If you don't like drama, why are you taking it to Shannon Sharp? That's what they do. They in the entertainment. They the king of all drama. So it's like everything that you said at this point is just pretty much a lie. So like for me, I don't like it is what it is. But like I said, he's one of the best receivers to ever do it. But at this time, like I don't care about individual players because we see with individual players, and no matter what league and what sport, individual players don't win championships. I mean, Julio Jones, fastest receiver ever to 12,000 yards, like 9,000 yards. He's the fastest receiver to ever do that. That still got us no closer to the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, 10 years, 1 year, we had 1 year of that. I mean, having him for 11 years, it got us nowhere. So, individual players, that's all cool. But if it's not leading to wins, if Julio Jones and Matt Ryan isn't leading to wins, then they got to kind of change it up. And I'm all good for change.
Okay, definitely. We got one right here. Tony Wright came up here. He said Tajay Sharp is kind of like Muhammad Sanu 2.0. Kind of like the same body type. I wouldn't say he's as physical as Muhammad Sanu is, but he's a better high point type of wide receiver. And especially for situation where we're looking to improve on that red zone offense, you need a couple guys that can high point that football when you need to. Like I said, you got that in Kyle Pitts, and I think Tajay Sharp here is one of those guys that can. Hey, we forgot about another guy that's willing to high point, and he might make the team, he might not. But Jawan Green is another one of those that like the high point football. So that's one of the other aspects as far as the red zone. We need the guys to where if Matt Ryan throws it up, you want guys that'll go up and get it. And that's one of the things we kind of lacked the last couple of years is those guys that'll go up and get it. But
I saw a question. I saw a comment with people like Reggie. I think Reggie says like this is why you trade players while they still have great value. I think this is like one of the most this comment right here is like, what is value? I mean, value to myself, value to you, like Kevin might have something completely different as far as like value of a player than a different idea of what a value for a player is. Like one team might look at Julio Jones and like think he's a superhero. So they willing to give up 2-3 first rounders for him. Another team might like, oh, he's 32 years old. Yeah, he's still, a good player and a great player, but he's still 32, so he's only worth the number 2, a second round pick. So it's like value is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a receiver to get you over the hump and help your quarterback or your young quarterback develop himself and get to that next level, make a play in the playoffs or the Super Bowl or something like that, then you get a first round pick may mean nothing for you because you got Julio Jones and you're just trying to get a playmaker in the playoffs. So value is in the eye of the beholder. So like that's why I'm not worried about whether we get a first round pick, because like right now, we're heading towards a change anyway. So what good are their first round pick? Like if we get a first round pick, we still got to set the foundation for the next quarterback to come here first. So like all we need is picks at this point. Picks to build an offensive line, picks to, possibly draft the next quarterback and trade up. So all we need is this capital. So like I don't believe in, trade players, because I mean, how are you going to be a contender if all you're doing is trading players before they even get you even give yourself a chance? Like, oh, he's Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? He's Julio Jones. He asking for $160 million now. It's like, you're gonna trade him because he asked for money? It's like, you'll never have players if you go constantly trading people.
Georgia, Texas, boy, what is going on, man? How you doing? Appreciate you coming in and joining us. He came in with one. He said, we trade him to the Jets, Jags, or Chargers point blank. And Jets and the Jaguars are the two teams that got like the best cap situation to hold a Julio contract. But the issue is, do they trust him enough do they trust him enough to where he can get them over the hump? Because that's the other aspect we're not talking about, is every receiver doesn't fit every scheme. Just like with any other player position, every player does not fit the same scheme. Now, we know Julio as kind of like the guy that you just throw it to and let him power his way through. But it's also going to depend on what they're doing with the Jets. Are they going to be a run-first offense to where his targets are not going to be there? And that's where it comes down to what you said about the value. It's going to be based on what team values at that position. Because if you got a run-first team, a damn guy like Julio Jones, hold on, did I get muted again? Oh, I'm about to say.
No, that's
oh, god damn. I'm like, bro, what are these folks doing to me, bro? Yeah, y'all see these folks trying to sabotage me, man. This bullshit. But what I was gonna say was, it basically correlates to what y'all just said about what does a team value. It depends on the system they run.
And that's why I'm saying, like, having a big playmaker like a Calvin Ridley or Julio Jones in this offense, like, that's one of the things I thought Julio, when he saw the playbook, he looked at himself as like, and it's kind of what I wanted to kind of speak on, as far as like why he decided he wasn't, as valuable. Well, we found out some numbers. We looked at some numbers, and based on, Thomas Dimitroff, and a lot of people trying to give him, crap about what he said, but like when you look at it, it makes Julio look worse than, in this situation, because what he basically stated is that according to the numbers in his contract, Julio Jones, he's due to a lot of personal, a lot of escalators in his contract. So if he get a certain amount of numbers, targets, receptions, yards, touchdowns in his contract, Julio Jones going to eat. He's going to get a lot of money. I'll just say that he's going to make well over $20 million if he gets a certain amount of catches and yards next in 2022. So if he doesn't get that, and the offense isn't conducive to his contract, then Julio ain't gonna get that money. Julio right now, I think he's honestly gave up on the idea of winning. because you don't pull moves like this if you're thinking about winning. I don't think you pull moves like this because NFL, any team can go down at any given point. Any player can go down at any. So nothing is guaranteed, even if you get traded to a Patriots. We just saw Tom Brady take the Bucs to the Super Bowl, and like the way they've been the last 5 years, nobody would say the Bucs were going to win a championship, even with a Tom Brady. So it's like nothing is guaranteed. So based on what I've read and what Thomas Dimitroff stated, I think you can find it on. I think I put the link in the community tab for you guys can check that out. But based on that, he's due a lot of money in 2022 due to a lot of this escalator. So this year, one of the reasons why the Falcons he doesn't fit with this Falcons team is because they're going to share the ball. They're going to run the ball more often. He was perfectly fine playing in a dirt cutter. Go ahead, get up.
You already know what you about. You said the magic word there. Run the damn ball. That's all.
And a lot of receivers ain't trying to hear that. A lot of receivers ain't trying to word like they don't get paid blocking people. They're not offensive linemen. They're not tight ends. They get paid to catch the balls and to get touchdowns, get more yards. So the more that you throw, the better it's going to be for a guy like Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones because your system is catered to wide receivers. So Julio ain't trying to hear this balance. Julio ain't trying to hear that shit. Julio trying to get paid right now. He's 32 years old. And again, this is something too that may be unpopular me saying this. I don't think Julio has plans to play anything longer than 2-3 years. Just based on this move, I don't think he even cares about winning. I don't think Julio cares about winning. Julio is trying to get paid. That contract, he's not. I don't think he's even thinking like Larry Fitzgerald or Jerry Rice or T.O. I don't think he's trying to play till he 40. I don't think Julio cares.
So you said the win thing was just a cop out.
Come on, man. Like I said, you look at this, look at the Falcons, and I just ask people, just look at the roster. How many teams can say that they have a great year? How many teams can say they have a Deion Jones, on their defensive line and linebacker? Those are impact players. Whether we win a lot of games, those are still impact players. That's why Dean Pease came out of retirement so he can coach those two guys because they're impact players. And even on the offense side of the ball, they have impact players on both sides of the ball. So you get better coaching, you get a better scheme, then these players look even better. You get 2 to 3 more years with those guys since they already signed to a contract. You get a great Jared, and you can possibly with those picks with Julio Jones, you can add some more talent around him. So it's like hey man, I'll just say this. I think this is a better move than people realize this. This is a better move. I think it was just time to move on from him. But Julio did this to himself. He did this to himself. Because if I was going to keep it slow, I think Julio, I think it was you that said that. But it's like Julio wasn't trying to wait. It's like, look, bro, y'all need to hurry up. And Julio wasn't trying to wait.
Hey, I'm gonna tell Nathan he made a crack on the forehead. Hey, I'm gonna put the joke up here right quick. He talking about don't time him out. I'm like, bruh, hey, it's all good. That ain't no disrespect. I know my forehead big as hell. My daughter's been on the show a couple times. You seen her head. That's where she get it from. But
I think I know by now, bro.
Oh yeah. They know we don't care. Hey, I appreciate it. But this is what Malik Crossdale said that's why you stay loyal to your team and not the players.
I can't disagree. It's like at the end of the day, man, my thing is I'm loyal to both, but you know what I'm saying? My thing is you just don't do no fuck shit. Like as much as we try to, you know, I love Julio, but that shit was a clown move, bro. That shit was a clown move. Don't try to, you know, say that people like you don't do drama, and then the next thing you don't, when you don't get your way, you're not happy with your contract. The first thing that you do is go to the media, and you clowning everybody else for, you know, being a part of social media. I don't do drama. That came out of his mouth. They ain't come out of my mouth. That came out of Julio's mouth. I don't do drama, man. I just do my job. That's what that's and he created all this. The Falcons didn't create none of this. He created this. Okay. So like that's my thing, man. Like, yeah, I'm loyal to the team and the players. Sometimes the organizations like Dallas, you see what Dallas ain't been loyal to nobody. That's why players like Luke Kuechly is retiring early, because some of these damn organizations, they don't give a damn about your body. Like we've done shows about that before. So like I'm loyal to both of them, but I just don't like bull crap. Like Julio, what he did, well, come on.
Right. So the question would be is, and I'm gonna ask the people that's watching, like I said, 163 of y'all, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all share this video to your people that may not be subscribed to AFN or Just Kstylz or Mad Mike Sports. Hey, shoot them this video so they can go ahead and subscribe and be part of the nation with us. Right here. Mrs. Kstylz says, at the end of the day, it's the Atlanta Falcons. Julio will be gone. He wants out. Let him go. It sucks. It hurts. But we don't want or need any bad chemistry on the team. And she hit it right there on the head. Chemistry. Because the one thing about a lot of players, especially a lot of competitors, once they find out that you don't want to be around them no more, don't want to be on their team, and they still there, it messes up a lot of that locker room camaraderie. So I'm like, nah, like I said, he can go somewhere else. And like I said, if you feel like he can win somewhere else, let him go and do that. But we have to work. So this is going to lead to my next question. I'm going to ask the people here in the chat. I'm going to ask you, Mike. Okay, so outside of Calvin Ridley, which receivers do you think are going to have to step up to make that production Julio had?
I'm gonna take a slightly different approach. I don't think it's actually a player. Again, I don't believe in, you know, relying, like, just because you lost Julio, you try to give that burden to the receivers. I don't think that's what you do. I think what you do is open the playbook up a little bit more and use guys like Javon Williams, and like make him be the playmaker. Throw, you know, like that's what the what's his name? Damn, Sean Payton. That's what he does. He just uses athleticism. All he do is throw flats. That's the basic. That's all they do. Throw flats and real routes and let Alvin Kamara do his thing. Take it to the house. Like you can get more. You can have more big plays if you just open the playbook a lot more. And that's what went wrong with the Falcons. Like they haven't done. I used to complain about it last year. Where the screens? He was former friend was notorious for screens. That man just abandoned screens. All of a sudden, he just don't want to call screens no more. Like he didn't even want to do that. Like,
right.
We got to get back to even 2016 where we're using the wheel routes, having Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman coming out the backfield. So, like, I don't believe you're not going to replace Julio Jones. All right, we can just forget that. Stop trying to replace Julio Jones. Open up the playbook. use that halfback screen, use that tight end screen, use that wide receiver screen in the rounds, because that's what the Chiefs do. The Chiefs don't rely just on one particular player. They open the book up. So, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to do everything himself. Tariq don't have to do it all himself. They can get a ball to Kelsey one. They can kill you with Kelsey one day, one game. And they turn around and Miko Hardman can catch, 3-4 balls as hard as as crazy his hands is. He can have a game where, he catching 3-4 deep balls in the game. So, open the playbook up and stop trying to rely on a Julio every single game.
And you said basically Dirk could have did. Hey, look, I'm about to say, so you basically said Dirk could have did what my background did earlier in the show and just give up. but let's get. I'm about to say, let's get to this $4.99 super chat.
$4.99.
By Wakando King, he said, "Look, Julio is a beast and he will be missed, but it's time to move on. I think we still be a great offense this year." Yes, because now the thing is, now you have to mentally incorporate everybody. So it's not just if I'm in trouble, I'm just gonna throw it to Julio. It's not I'm in trouble, let me just throw it deep to Calvin Ridley, hope he can get hit on the deep flag route. Mm-hmm. This is where the creativity of this offense will come.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we look and as the film that me, Mike, and everybody in the Atlanta Falcons Nation have seen as far as how Arthur Smith and Dave Ragone their plays ran, we always say, this is a spacing offense, which basically means that they're not going to rely on deep flag patterns all the time. They're not going to rely on 15-yard hook routes. They're going to run some crossing routes. You may get some pick plays here and there, but the main thing is they want to control the middle of the field. That's how you control the pass game. You must you must make the middle of the field dangerous. But we got another super chat by Big Surge 559. He said, "Do some Wildcat with Cordero Patterson."
Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't try to replace Julio. You're not going to replace Julio. Just use everybody else to the best of their ability. Those guys are playmakers too. You just got to put them in position where they be successful, and stop trying to every time fourth quarter come. We try to rely on Matt Ryan and Julio Jones to do everything. That's the reason why we ain't got so many holes, because we try to rely on them to do everything.
Right. Yeah, like I said, Russell Gage had a hell of a year last year. Let him and this is why I say it's a blessing in disguise, because now we get to see Russell Gage for real, with more plays under his belt.
Hayden Hurst, we really get to see him. He becomes more of a target in the offense.
Hey, like you said, you might see Jaden Graham too. That's one of the damn tight ends we forget about. It's a whole bunch of different pieces that can be used in this offense. The thing about it is, now that you got the mainstay that everybody relies on in Julio Jones, see, now with him gone, you can incorporate everybody to be willing to say, okay, I need you to step up and be this guy. I need you to step up and hit these routes here. But like a lot of people in the chat saying right now, like I said, Russell Gage is a capable receiver in this offense. He is. He may not be the big body. He may not be the big body receiver, but he gives you that one thing that you want your slot receivers to do, and that's give you first downs. He may get his ass blown up every now and then.
Right.
But Devon Johnson came in with a $2 super chat.
$2.
He said Julio gave up because he saw Antonio Brown get a ring. Wow. I don't know. I think
Go ahead. Good.
No, I'm about to say I don't think so. I think he kind of had his mind kind of made up, probably the beginning of this past season. He was probably leaning towards where he's going now at the beginning of the season, but I think from where the issue was is he probably saw in his eyes he probably saw the writing on the wall like, hold on, I need to go somewhere else. This is why they drafted Kyle Pitts, because remember when the reports came out that he wanted a requested trade beginning of March, what happened around the beginning of March? Now all of a sudden all the Kyle Pitts names started coming up, all the interviews starting to come up. So that's, like I said, that could be a reason why they drafted Kyle Pitts, because they knew Julio wanted out. So why hold on to somebody that don't want to be here while you can get a guy who is a generational talent at his position? Does that mean he's going to be the greatest tight end of all time? We don't know. But as of far as right now, he could be considered a mismatch nightmare right now, because he can not only play on the line of scrimmage, he can flex out wide, he can play in the slot. Hell, you may throw him in the backfield if you need to. So, hey, like I said, that's why I say it's a blessing in disguise, because now we actually get to see these other players that have shown that they can make plays actually get more of a shine on them.
Well, you can kind of add this to it also. Let's just be real. Big time receivers ain't trying to share the ball. Just like shooters ain't trying to stop shooting. Julio ain't trying to share his passes with nobody else. Let's just be real. He ain't trying to share it. He's not trying to share it. That's what it comes down to it. You can sit up here and talk about you're a teammate and all that. Yeah, you're a teammate when you winning. You're a teammate when you getting paid. But when your ass, when you feel like you deserve more money than you're getting, like that right there is what he's driven. Julio is not driven by football anymore. I don't see that fire in his eyes anymore. I don't see him, I don't see him, getting hyped for anything. And then going back to add to that, like I don't, and losing may have had something to do with it. Like I said, losing does that to you. But I think right now, I don't like the way Julio is just drawing himself away, not only from social media, but it's like this is a move that he drawing himself from the guys that he called his brothers. Those my dudes, those my guys. He abandoned these dudes. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He ain't even played one down in his new contract, and he already won out.
Right.
And it goes back to him. We're going back to him. Like I think a lot of that game came from. I thought Julio was out of it when he went to training camp. When he went to go train with Terrell Owens. As much as we don't like to admit it, when he started training with T.O., that's when Julio was out. He was out of here in 2019. Julio was already out of here. He wasn't thinking about coming back here. He already had his plan in.
But I want to give a shout out to Two Tone Zone here. He says, I like his show. He's a Tennessee Titan YouTuber. Much respect to y'all, gentlemen. I just I appreciate you, man. Like I said, that's why we open the space for any fan of any team. At the end of the day, this is the nation. We all here trying to do the same thing. There's money in these streets, in these YouTube streets. Everybody do their thing.
Right.
But like I said, y'all go ahead, y'all check out Two Tone Zone. Let's see what he doing. Y'all go ahead and give him a subscribe and too. But we appreciate the respect, brother. Let's see, ATM, the little homie right here. Hey, Devon Staff, I see you in there too. So what's happening, homie? But he said, don't forget that Terry Fontenot was amazed by Kyle Pitts' character at his age. Julio showing he doesn't have good character.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't question his character as a person. I just think everybody do for a selfish move, right? Anybody can be due for a selfish move where they looking out for himself. I just think he could have did things a lot better. Like if he wanted to move on, he didn't have to call Shannon up and say, Shannon, let's do a show. But that's exactly what happened. He hit up Shannon. Shannon's like, okay, you just come on the show. I get a little bit ratings. You get something out of it. I get something out of it. He could have done things a lot better. I don't want to get into saying he's a shitty person because I don't know him like that. I just think he did a fucked up. It was just that move that he could have been done a lot better. That was just whack ass. It was a weak ass move to go to social media after you've been clowning everybody else for being on social media. You take it to social media, so it's just weak.
Right. Yeah. That's what we always say. It's not the guy himself. It's not Julio himself. It's just the way he handled the situation. I get what you're saying about that one, though. Yeah, Kyle Pitts does have some good character on him, especially he ain't even 21 yet. That's the thing. So that's what they're looking for. They looking for the new faces of the franchise, and that's what a new regime looks. They look for new faces of the franchise, and especially with the salary cap situation we had, we could only do what we could do. Look, Fred Butts here got the $2 super chat. $2. He said Pitts will be the number one guy. There's a possibility.
Yeah,
like I said, it's a possibility. And if he do, he do. If it comes out to be Calvin really being the number one guy, it's gonna be whoever the hell is open offense.
Right.
Whoever the hell is acting. But like I said, hold on. Harrison said the Seahawks gonna have to come off a first rounder if we trade within conference. They don't have one next year. Damn, Terry, you got to get this right. This will make or break your legacy already. Sad truth. I don't know if it'll make or break. I don't think it will make or break. That like you said, the issue is with the Seahawks ain't. I'm just gonna say it like the Seahawks are most likely would not be able to get him because they're going to have to move guys in order to get him.
Man, Russell don't even want to be there. You think they're gonna bring Julio Jones in there? Russell don't even want to be there. Who want to be up there? It's cold
exactly.
It's cold as hell up in Seattle. Man, nobody want to be there.
Exactly.
Julio from the country, bro.
All right, Jason Dale, appreciate you. And he said he a Georgia Tech fan too. That makes number 8. No, that made number 9. But we appreciate you.
There ain't many of them around.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. He said that Chris move. Whoever got the mismatch, get the ball. Yeah, I'm a Chris move fan too, bro. I see that every time you talk about that. Boy, that thing make me laugh every chance he gets. Let's see what else. I know Devin Johnson said, man, let's talk about the Hawks. F Julio. We're gonna get to the Hawks. We're gonna get to the Hawks at the later part. We still trying to get a little bit of this football talk out the way right quick. But hold on, bro. We got you coming up because we got a lot to say about what's going on about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Chapman made a good point here. I think this may be the one point that nobody is talking about. Timing is everything. Like I said, the issue was if he hadn't signed that extension, it probably that's why I asked Mike the question earlier. I think it would have been a lot easier for this process to go by if he hadn't signed that extension, knowing that he had problems with the organization at that time. But that's where everybody talking about greed because now you put your greed over what you wanted.
You made a decision. Now you're trying to get out of that decision.
Right.
You had a whole off season where you didn't practice. You had a chance to get your thoughts together, whether you wanted to be here or not. You brought your ass back. You signed the contract, and now you want to get out of contract that you haven't signed, like you haven't really played in yet. So that's your problem, and that's why, as an owner, it's like, look, you signed the contract. What the hell you mean you don't want to play? Like, huh? We just signed the contract. What the hell you mean you don't want to? No, that's not how it wait. That's not how it go. Like you gotta. There's consequences to that. So it's like, yeah. If I'm the Falcons, like just from a business standpoint, I'm not trying to send him to a good team. You're crazy. You got your damn mind. Send his ass to the Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Say go up there with Dirt Cutter.
I ain't sending his ass to no NFL team. I can trade his ass to a rec ball team. I'll do that shit.
I told you, boy. I'll be calling the Jets right now. Like I said, you got a second round pick. We can have. We can give you Julio for that second round pick y'all got next year, because I know y'all got about 19 of them hoes right now.
Yeah, why would I try to help another team? I ain't trying to help another team. You crazy?
If I help another team, boy, they motherfucking better give up something. But yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, if you don't want to be here, like what I said, you got 90 guys here in training camp that want to be here. Yeah, you see what Mike did? He was like to the left, to the left.
To the left. You already know. To the left. Bye. I ain't trying to keep nobody around who don't want to be here.
Right. So, yeah, so basically, what you got?
Like I said, man, it's business, man. It comes down to business. And the Falcons going to do what's best for them. That man don't want to play here. If he don't want to play here, why try to send him to a team that's going to quite possibly hurt them?
These fools talk about trading him to the Georgia Force. What the? That's a name I ain't heard in a long time.
Man, look. Man, DK Metcalf, man, y'all don't. Why is everybody that look like somebody always got? His man ain't proving nothing. He's just big and fast. The only reason why he has those big numbers is because they throw to him 160 times a game. You gonna have 1,500 yards when you getting the ball thrown to you 140 times a year. Let's see where the big plays at. How many big plays have you actually seen him look like? He don't catch a lot of big plays. He don't make a lot of big plays. He's a volume catcher, which we saw with Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is a volume catcher. That's why he has a lot of yards. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is something that even Terrence Master was talking about. Like, he pissed off because a lot of these catches, a lot of these receivers, tight ends, they get 100 and almost 200. Like Calvin Ridley had 145 targets this year. 145 targets just this year. That's a lot. So 145. Let's just say you drop 100. You drop 45 of them. You already got 100 catches right there. You know how, like, when you go to negotiate your contract, you know how great 100 catches on your stat sheet looks for the next team that's trying to get you. That's why I said you can build, like, you can replace stats, but you can't replace a player.
Okay. All right, so I actually have an article here. They'll talk about potential trade targets. This is a Bleacher Report article. Okay, so here we go. I'm finna list them off. You can. I know most of them probably gonna be like thumb downs or get the fuck out of here, but we gonna throw them in here. And this is where the chat play along here too. Okay. So the first team they got on this list is the New England Patriots. I know this is gonna be an automatic no here, but they talk about the 2022 second and fourth round pick for Julio Jones.
I say yeah, to be honest. So
Okay.
Julio gonna have to practice. Julio don't like to practice.
And like I said, yeah. I know. Hold on. Before I get to this, I was saying somebody said Atlanta is not a football city. I forgot what was this. Killian Gray. I think he said
where
that.
you from? Afghanistan? What the hell?
Actually, Atlanta itself is one of the major football cities here in the United States. To be honest,
It's the South. Okay,
it's the
the
South.
Football is big in the South.
In the South, exactly. Okay, we got another one here. So you kind of get that one kind of a thumbs up. We got a couple thumbs. Yeah. We got a couple thumbs down.
I'm saying yes because Julio gonna have to practice. Julio hasn't. That's a thing that people don't realize. Julio don't practice during the season.
Right.
He'll practice one game. He'll have one full practice where he's going, out of the week. Everybody else practice. Julio don't practice. Matt Ryan practice. The offensive lineman, they practice. Julio don't practice. This is what this has been known for years. This has been the case for years. Julio don't practice.
We got the next one right here. They talking about the San Francisco 49ers. I know this is gonna be a definite no. But it's pretty much the same damn deal, just with the 49ers.
I was about to say that. Yes, send him to San Francisco because Kyle Shanahan, all he gonna do is throw to him 150 times, and he gonna run his ass round straight to the ground. But a lot of people think just because you take him, he getting traded to a Patriots team, that don't mean he gonna that automatically. This is such thing as chemistry, bro. You gotta have that. You gotta have that chemistry.
We got a couple get the fuck out of here
because they think of what they heart. They not thinking what they mind. Y'all just upset because I said yes to the Patriots. That motherfucker gonna have to practice. That motherfucker ain't practiced. Julio ain't practiced since he been here. The last time y'all seen him at practice, you know how many people that actually went to the practice, the training camps, and people they never see Julio practice. Julio don't practice. He gonna have to practice elsewhere.
All right, we got a 10 spot from Reggie. He said this is what happens when you put a player on a pedestal. The red flags were subtle, but they were there. Julio always made his own rules, but because it was Julio, we turned a blind eye. Now here we are.
That's what I said earlier on Twitter. I said the same thing. Everybody turned the black. We made a lot of excuses. I know I did. Made a lot of excuses for Julio, but all the signs were there for you. We ignored all of it because he's Julio Jones.
Hold on, wait a minute. This dude talking about Atlanta cares about love and hip hop than football. Oh, I can tell this guy watch too much TV, bro.
You watch
too much TV, bro. Because
I don't know what you talking about.
That's what they tell you. But if
sound like a damn you sound like a damn New York Knickerbocker. That's what the hell you sound like. Some motherfuckers ain't got nothing but TV up there. They ain't got no football thing. That's worth anything. That's worth anything.
Yeah, that's only a small percentage. Even though it says love and hip hop Atlanta, it's only a small percentage of people that really give a damn about that show down here.
Bro,
most of the people that know. Yeah, most of the people that watch
ball and football. That's all we are. Anybody from Atlanta know you go to the high school football game or you go to rec football game. That's what we do here. Go to the football game and cookout. That's what we do. So, bro, you damn sure ain't from the South saying something like that.
Yeah. Like I said, most of the people that watch Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta ain't even from Atlanta. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Jerome said 49ers don't need Atlanta trash. You actually got 3 pieces of trash from Atlanta on your team.
Right.
Remember,
all they got is all trash.
Exactly. We ain't even talking about Ben Garland ass neither.
right. I forgot he was. Yeah, no, I did that. I was thinking Alex Mack.
Yeah. Like you said, he called Julio trash. I guess Alex Mack
Including
trash
the coach, including the head coach.
Kyle Shanahan trash to him too. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, Reggie. Most of the people that watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta are not from Georgia. They're not from Atlanta. They are not from here. So you might need to research that again. Just because it has Atlanta on there don't mean people from Atlanta looking at that. I wouldn't know. I barely watch TV myself anyway. Unless there's a damn sports
game. TV, though. I don't do TV. Give me some movies, I'm good.
Oh, exactly. I know he talking about he want our thoughts on the Azuna situation.
No, you don't. No,
we got to say that.
I plead the field.
Oh, you really gonna get a definite rant on this motherfucker, boy? Because
yeah,
that's the one.
That one Golly, boy.
That's bro. What the hell? I like really. You could have you could have did better than that.
All right.
But you know how Major League Baseball is with that situation. He's gonna find himself out suspended for the rest of the season. He might be out the league.
Whew, $100 million gone because you know how many damn women I can buy for $100 million? I'm not trying to say like, bro, let's be real. You gonna mess up $100 million for one woman? Are you crazy?
Right. Oh yeah. ATM brought up another piece of trash that San Francisco doesn't take. Tevin Coleman.
And they got rid of him. He in New York.
The Jets? Is it Jets or the Giants?
The Jets.
Oh
yeah, it was the Jets.
All right. Let's see what it. Okay, yeah. People
say, you can't be from Memphis. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what y'all do up in Memphis because, like, here in Atlanta, it's a number football. Football runs it.
Mm-hmm. Georgia, Florida.
Just Florida. Yeah, Georgia, Florida. That's all. Texas. That's all we do is football.
Alabama, Carolina.
Yep. That's all we do is football. So I don't know where you get that from, though.
Wait a minute. Somebody said Ben Garland, Tevin Coleman, Levine Toilolo. Wait, he was on the 49. Hey, don't forget Muhammad Sanu too.
Yeah.
Muhammad Sanu too. That motherfucker literally had 1/5 of the whole Atlanta offense the last couple years.
Didn't they just sign Sanu? I think
they just signed him. Yeah, they signed him back. So Andrew G said, internet, Netflix, and Amazon Prime replaced TV service for me. Yeah, that is true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what. Hey, man, I ain't got number app. I don't need to use TV for sporting event. That's it.
Oh, I forgot. Remember they did sign Tack too, but he failed his physical.
Oh, remember that? Hey, that's Falcons West, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, look, I'm just saying. Everybody think
Aldrick Robinson was another one. Oh man, they popping. God damn it. But yeah, he's still talking about Atlanta trash. But like I said, at the end of the day, y'all still signed about damn near an eighth of that damn team itself.
Man, you must really get like you just wake up in the morning all day just to come to an Atlanta channel just to say we suck. Don't you think we know we fucking suck? We ain't got a Super Bowl. We know how fucking terrible we are. You ain't got to tell us that. We hear that every day. We live it every day, every year.
Exactly.
We saw that shit. That ain't news to us. You ain't hurt nobody feeling like we know we suck. We know we sorry.
But this is what the true fans do. The true fans are going to stick to it no matter what.
Right. We know we suck. Hey, no news to us.
Exactly. Remember, the NFL is a parity league. Like I said, it could be 1 year they could suck, and another year they can win it all. We've seen this happen plenty of times.
2015. Perfect example. They had us going 5-11. I'll never forget that because I had us going 8-8. I thought we were going to be at least 7-9, 8-8. We ended up going to the Super Bowl. So, like, come on, bro. Like, at any given time, any team, nobody even thought the Cleveland Browns was going to be that good they were last year. Like, if they would have had better play from the quarterback and they defense, they would have made a run to the Super Bowl. But anything can happen, bro.
Exactly. Silver Swagger 120 say Falcons fan forever. That's all that matters.
You done seen Chris Miller play. After you done seen Chris Miller play, trust me. I'm like, trust me. You can't get no lower than that. You can't get no lower than that, but.
And he talked about Atlanta football fans always crying. Hey, ain't no crying over here. That's what
y'all said it.
Oh no. So I'm guessing this is a 49er fan. I wonder was he even alive during the last time they won Super Bowl? I don't know. That sounds like somebody might be pretty young. He might, but we don't know.
Man,
but
when people try to troll Falcons fans, we know we sorry. So like I said, we know we sorry. You ain't hurting our feelings. Exactly. We know we sorry.
Is that at the end of the day, this is football for one thing. Right. Like I said, this might be one of Homeboy's friends too coming in to troll again. This might be one of another part. That's what I'm thinking. Because like I said, for have anybody in this chat noticed that it's been a whole bunch of suspicious ass characters coming in this show since then?
Y'all miss Mike Vick. I better said that we miss Mike Vick. What the hell kind of question that? He was here, but what? 5 years was it?
Oh, no, it was. Well, let me see. It was technically kind of really 5 because he missed most. He really missed most. He missed because he missed most of the 04 season. So it's probably about 5 years.
Yeah, about 5 years. Like 5 years, I guess.
Right. Well, I guess. I look. Hold on, look at this comment. Yep. Ready to the 49 channel something that bad. He over here.
That man over here trolling us, man. Our whole organization is a troll job, bro. You ain't hurting our feelings.
Exactly. We know what is going on over here. But you talking about, do I miss Michael Vick? Not really. Not really. Like I said, I appreciate for what he done, for what he's been here. But it's pretty much kind of the same situation. We're not looking at it as a complete situation. The only reason why a lot of people really miss Michael Vick is not because he was a quarterback. He was just a guy that could run. That's why a lot of people really miss him.
It reminds them of their high school games when they quarterback couldn't throw. All they did was run the ball. That's what it is. This Michael Vick was just another high school game, and that's why people fell in love. Y'all think I'm bullshit, but that's truly what it was. You ain't had quarterbacks in high school that could goddamn throw.
Oh, you talk about when they
run the ball.
You talk about when they implemented the wing T offense.
Hey, bro, I'm just telling you the truth. They remind people of high school games. That's what it was.
And like I said, and I can attest to that because like for all the nine Georgia Tech fans that might be in this thing, we already know what that Wing T offense is. We had quarterbacks that couldn't throw worth of. We literally had 1 year where a quarterback only threw 25 passes the whole season.
Like I said, that's just high school. That's just like a high school atmosphere. That's what we do here in Georgia. That's why we attached ourselves to Michael Vick.
Yeah.
We used to saying stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, so Michael Vick, like I said, we loved it. We loved it. But at the end of the day, you can appreciate what he did, but if you're using that to cripple yourself from watching the team you're watching now, that's gonna lead to a lot of mental issues, and you just basically just don't want to see the team succeed no way, shape, or possible if you won't look beyond that. But yeah, like they said, accuracy was whack as fuck.
I mean, what do I miss to Michael Vick? Like, honestly, maybe quarterback. Like, if I want to see quarterback scrambles, maybe I miss him. But like, he didn't really win anything for us. He didn't really make this organization better. So it's like, how we gonna miss something that didn't really do nothing for us? He didn't uplift the organization, take it to another. Like, if he didn't really take this organization to another level. Deion Sanders took this organization to another level.
Okay.
Matt Ryan did that. Those players did that.
Right. I want to answer. I'm gonna answer this right quick. Top 5 Georgia Tech players of all time. As far as me actually following like football verbatim like I do now. Or you just talking about just Jennifer?
Hamilton, my favorite one. Hamilton.
Joe Hamilton was up there.
Hell yeah, boy. I love me some Joe.
Hey man, as crazy as this sound, I had to put Keith Brookin up there. He was a damn good linebacker at Tech, but NFL he couldn't cover worth a damn.
Right.
But I got of course we know Calvin Johnson, and everybody look. Calvin Johnson was fucking Georgia for a while. Right. He literally was Georgia for a while. so that's obvious. This one's going to kind of be a little biased on this one, but he was pretty good only because I went to high school with him, and that was Morgan Burnett.
Yeah.
Morgan Burnett.
I used to watch him play. He was a good defender. He was damn sure good defender.
Yeah, Marco Coleman was a good one too. Shit, bruh. Hey, I'm gonna tell you a quarterback that wasn't too bad neither. Joshua Nesbitt, he wasn't bad neither.
Yeah, Nesbitt. Yeah,
Joshua Nesbitt was not bad at all. So somebody said North Clayton in the house. Yes, sir. 2005. Damn. That was 16 years ago. God damn, yo. Shit.
They had a flashback, bro.
Exactly. Like I said, Tashard Choice, that's another one. That's another one of my favorites. Tashard Choice. Like I said, Jonathan Dwyer.
Dwyer is one I like. Dwyer, he was one I used to like watch.
Yeah.
Physical.
Cause he went to Parkview, and them motherfuckers was motherfucking amazing. It was just him though. He was just amazing on that team. But let's see. Michael Johnson was pretty good too. Michael Johnson. Hey, a lot of people don't know this. Roman Reigns was a damn good defensive tackle too.
Yep, he really was.
He was a damn good defensive tackle.
That's the only thing that really messed him. He got sick at Georgia Tech, and he kind of lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
he was a starter. He was a good player.
He was a first team All-American. He was a first team ACC player at Georgia Tech, so he was pretty good. But yeah, them some of my favorite players. Like I said, I don't go back as far as most people do, but like I said, football was kind of like the last sport that I really got into, so I only could see it from a certain aspect up until now. Shit. Right now, like I said, right now it's gonna be looking like we got a couple coming up right now. If Jeff Sims could get his shit straight, if he like I said, his
Joe Burns. Ooh, Lord,
Joe Burns, good Lord.
I ain't heard that name
Georgia Tech was a basketball school too. Basketball and baseball is what Georgia Tech really was.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how the hell. Damn, what's the coach? Damn, the head coach. Georgia basketball team. Georgia Tech basketball team. You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about.
Stephon Marbury. I don't know how the hell he got Marbury, but
I don't know.
You got a kid from New York. You got a kid from New York to come down here.
I was shocked. I was shocked. But like I said, Stephon Marbury, you had Jared Jack,
Bobby Cremon. That's who it. Bobby Cremon.
Okay. Yeah, Chris Bosh. Let me see who was it Kenny Anderson? I'm trying to think. Was that I'm trying to think, am I saying the right Anderson? It might have been Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, Kenny.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had the right one. Well, yeah, like I said, Georgia Tech. Amon Shumpert was good too, but it's just one of those things where between 2000 and 2006, Georgia Tech in all its academics were kind of like a big major talking point. But it was like once 2000, I think really once Chris Bosh and Calvin Johnson left, it just became just strictly Georgia and fuck everybody else.
Right.
Oh yeah, Mark Price. Somebody just named Mark Price as another one.
No, I ain't see no Mark. I ain't see no Mark Price, man.
Yeah, I don't go back that far now.
Yeah, I don't go that far.
But
I wish I would, but he was a good player in the NBA. I just didn't see him.
Derek Favors. John Sally.
Hey, you wait for that for my time, bro.
That was way before my goddamn time, boy. Jesus Christ. But yeah, hey, like I said, Georgia Tech used to be a big thing down here as well as Georgia. But like you said, it just came to that point where University of Georgia started getting. Well, Georgia really don't do shit in basketball. They don't give a damn about Georgia basketball.
They don't give a damn about
they don't give a damn about Georgia basketball.
That's why I'm a damn boy. That's why I'm a Duke fan, because they don't give a damn. We didn't see him on TV.
Right.
We saw Duke on TV more than we saw they Bulldogs. I ain't never seen a Duke basketball, a Georgia Bulldog basketball.
So yeah, it was always a battle between Georgia Bulldog football and Georgia Tech athletics, because we had both of them. But the only problem was, like I said, you have the AJCs and all the Atlanta newspapers. They said fuck Georgia Tech. I think once we got to that triple option offense, King Quest, I already said it. Like I said, I already said it. He was a first team All ACC defensive tackle. So yeah. He was cold. He was cold. He was cold back there. It was him and Michael Johnson. There was a terrible twosome.
Oh yeah. I was big in the defense. Like I've always been big in the defense, and like I said, let me use his real name, Joe Anoy. Yeah, Joe Anoy. Exactly. Use the real name. But yeah, it was like once Georgia Tech football started going to that Paul Johnson wing T Navy Army Air Force offense. Right.
it was a wrap right there. It was oh Lord, that boy just brought up Javon Creed 10-0.
Hey, my brother used to play. My brother used to play against him, man. My older brother used to play against him. Yeah, you said some names, bro. God dang.
And that boy brought up Javon Creed 10. I'm like, oh Lord have mercy. And we done got away from the Falcons talk and stuff like that.
Hey.
But like I said, we gonna get a few more minutes of this Falcon talk before since Devon Johnson gave us his super chat talk about the Hawks. We're gonna talk about the Hawks at the end of this show. But my question to you, and my question to everybody here. I know a lot of people look at, well, the quarterback position for the future. Do you think they are setting up Felipe Franks to kind of be that gadget guy for this offense as far as that Taysom Hill type of role? Do you think they're going to kind of groom him into that role? Or do you think he's just going to be one of those guys that just going to sit and train the camp and kind of learn and be the be a training camp body?
I do. I one thing I do know about Felipe is that he definitely has the tools. He's never not had the tools. Like, he's a fair athlete before the injury, and he always had a pretty good arm. But his issues has always been accuracy, like consistency, being able to consistently throw the ball. So it's like now you got time to sit back and learn from a guy like Julio. Matt Ryan. You got time to sit back behind a guy like Matt Ryan and learn how to be more consistent as a thrower. Like, his issue has always been that, like, this is one thing about mobile quarterbacks. Mobile quarterbacks tend to struggle with their accuracy because their footwork is just terrible because they're always thinking about running. So once you always in running mode, like, you don't have time to sit back and actually plant your feet. Go ahead.
Look at the comment.
Oh, goodness.
Look at the comment. What you got to say about that?
Whoa. I
big ass no. We just gonna leave it at that. Big ass no.
I'm just gonna scratch my head. That don't mean deserve it. I'm just gonna scratch my head. That means scratch my head.
Oh Lord, that shit's funny. That's funny. But go back and keep going. I just wanted to see what I was just gonna see.
Hey man, I don't lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying.
Somebody said he said he's smoking that good stuff, and I'm not a Falcon fan.
That man said,
He said, wow, what planet does that comment exist? Oh, they finna get on his ass now, boy. They like, he said, is that a cap? Hold on.
Hey, Joseph,
hold on.
That's my
hey, that's your face.
I'm just like,
oh, hold on. Here you go. or does this one work better for you? Or does that one work for you?
That one right there. That's
oh boy, that's a powdered toast moment right there. Lord have mercy. Man. But nah, that like I said, I guess dude forgot that these two literally only really played 1 year together. So he said 2 out of 10 tries for Victor Roddy. Oh man, it said, okay, I think this is a Seahawks fan. He said, name one good reason for my Hawks to trade for Julio. Why would we trade a rising star for a 32-year-old injury-prone post-prime Julio Jones? I don't think they're looking for DK Metcalf. I don't think they're looking for DK Metcalf in that deal. They just, what the Falcons are trying to do, they're trying to get rid of that 38, $40 million guarantees they have to pay Julio. And that's what's holding up a lot of the negotiations because teams are going to have to take that contract. Mike and AFN have always said you have to follow the money. You got to have the money in order to pay for that.
Mm-hmm. Who the hell say DK Metcalf was a rising star? He's a victim of those targets I'm talking about. His numbers isn't conducive to being a star. Everybody's so quick to label guys stars because they got 1,000, 100 catches and things. I mean, it's the same thing with Calvin Ridley. I'm looking at big plays when they matter most. Everybody look at numbers and say, "Oh, he got 100 catches. He got 1,300 yards," but like you don't look at everything in between. I always say, if you're making big plays and big moments, then you're a star. Let's stop trying to give everybody, the label star before they actually earned it. DK Metcalf haven't earned being a star. Let's be real. Yeah, he's big. Yeah, he's fast. He's incredibly talented, but they throw to him 50 times a game because they got Lockett on the other side. He got Lockett. You gonna throw it to him? You want to throw it to Lockett, who like 5'10", or you gonna throw it to DK? You gonna throw it to DK 50, 60 times a game? Not saying that he's not a good player. He could very well take his game to the next level. He ain't made no big time plays when it mattered most for Seattle. That's why your quarterback went out. Let's be real. He wouldn't want out if DK was really that damn good. You ain't hear Matt Ryan talking about he wanted to trade Julio. You didn't hear Tom Brady saying that he wanted to get rid of Rob Gronkowski. And in fact, he told Gronkowski to come with him. So how good is DK really? Is he one of those receivers that benefits from targets? You ask me, you tell me. I want to know.
I say he could potentially be a star in this league. I think what Mike is saying is he's not saying he's a superstar right away. He's thinking that he needs at least another year before you really put the determination on that.
Yeah, you can't. You got to pay 3-4 good solid years before you say you're a star and do something in big time moments where it warrants you being a star.
Yeah.
Again, he got the numbers, but everybody got numbers in this league.
Yeah.
What has he done to set himself, aside besides running? I mean, he threw an interception and he ran somebody down. Like that's the most memorable thing that I remember with him.
I think in his case, I think in their case, if they build that offensive line and get that balance, you might not see as much of him. Because the one thing about Russell Wilson that I did see is he does try to force it. It's kind of like having that problem with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. It's the same thing. When you have a big body guy like that, you're going to try to force certain passes to him. And like I said, DK can, like I said, as far as being like one of the better receivers in the league, I give him about another year. I give him about another year or two. He could definitely be one of them.
But people getting carried away when they try to compare him to Julio. That man ain't no Julio, bro. You ain't even D-Hop, so you ain't there yet. I done seen them dudes kill elite. I done seen them kill elite talent. I've seen D-Hop kill. I haven't seen DK. Like he got shut down by I forget who it was. We were just talking about that the other day. He got shut down by Isaiah Oliver had him shut down for the most part. Like Jalen Ramsey shut him down. That's who it. He got shut down by him. Right before that deep pass that happened, he had already like Isaiah Oliver had him pretty much locked down for the most part before he caught that 40-yard, I think like a 40-yard pass.
So basically you're saying is you're saying is basically more so is how well can he do against corners that are about the same size as him.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about corners that
can he
consistency, making big plays when you need it. Consistently make big plays when you need it. When you need them most. Can he be that? Can he get that Super Bowl win, that Super Bowl catch in clutch moments like a Julio Jones? Can he do what D-Hop did, jumping, snagging shit, in the end zone over 2-3 people? Can he do that? I haven't seen him do that in clutch moments. That's what I'm talking about. That's elite.
I'll get to this. I will get to this comment right here. Virtual ATL GM said, now that the teams were talking that smack now, it's time to put up the money and the draft picks. They make excuses now.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it sounds good on paper. But once you start putting them numbers behind it, it's starting to look. You realize what you really have to give up and what you have to compensate. It's gonna be looking like, ooh, I don't know. Do I want to take a chance? That's why we said if he had signed that extension that he did in 2019, at the time when he started having them problems with the Falcons actually could have got rid of him quicker. But it's the fact that he signed that extension. That extension is what's holding everybody up.
We could have had another defensive player if it wasn't like we could have had potentially got a defensive player and we'll start working on the defense a lot earlier if he wouldn't have. Like that's a lot of money. That's $23 million. You could get 2 or 3 quality players for that.
Right. So it was a chess move. It was a chess move by Julio. It was a chess move that he did to get his guaranteed money. But at the same time, it handicaps from moving on from him. So it was a temporary win for him, but in the long run, because he wanted out, it's a bad for him because now the teams that you'd have thought all 32 teams were going to be like, oh yeah, let's go and get Julio. They want him, let's get him. Nah, you got cap issues you got to worry about. So like you said, it's just one of those things where we said earlier before, it's the timing. The timing was wrong. If you had wanted out of Atlanta, you should have did it in 2019, 2018. When you had a chance to leave. Angel Green says she's back with us. We appreciate you coming back. You talk about Falcons, you just punch him in the chest, trade him to the Jets. Oh yeah, and what Tony Wright said here, yeah, Philly done threw their name in here. You got motherfucking the damn Steelers, they got their players trying to throw that name in there. Like, you got a lot of these teams that don't have cap space. They got their players trying to beg for it. Like, bro, it's a whole nother animal. This ain't Madden with no cap, with no salary cap. This ain't that.
I mean, that man sitting up here saying he ready to give the team, like he's ready to restructure his deal just so Julio can come now and hop. So like, this ain't gonna be the way Julio think it is. Julio just worried about money at this point. That man ain't thinking about football.
Right.
But like I said with DK, and it's all about consistency. It's about consistency. Just because a guy have these big numbers one year, like even Josh Allen, like he's gonna have to prove that last year wasn't a fluke. It's about consistency in the NFL. We've seen way too many quarterbacks that have 2 to 3 years a good success, and then they get that next contract, that big $100 million contract, and then it's downhill from there. Sam Baker, how many damn quarterbacks we got to keep talking about? How many running backs, receivers done got that big time money, Peerless Price, and then the next couple of years, you know, they right back, or they even worse than what they were before because they got exposed. So it's like it's easy, like not to say he's not a terrific player and he's not a terrific athlete, but he gonna have to consistently put up those numbers. That's why Julio is great, because he consistently put up those numbers.
Yeah, and especially with DK Metcalf, you know, he's coming up for a damn contract here in the next year or two. So you're basically gonna put yourself in that same situation all over again. But
ATL really gonna be the center of attention when he get that $100 million contract. We're gonna really see the real DK, because they don't pay them all that money, and now they gonna run that horse wild. They gonna run that horse into the ground.
Right. But as far as like I said, this is his third year, and like I said, he did pretty good last year as far as the number wise. But in order really for him to be that superstar type guy where he's top 5 in the league, like I said, you probably have to see what he do this year. I think with Seattle definitely needs to work on that offensive line. That's gonna be the man. That's gonna Lord, we thought our offensive line was bad. God, damn, boy, they got y'all looking like motherfucker tuna fish sandwiches right there with that offensive line.
They are not no sir.
But that's the main thing. But ATM, he said, so if we trade Julio to the Jags or Jets for a bunch of draft picks and then Julio retires, does the other team still have to pay their contract? Yeah, that's what the whole trade is. They're trying to get all of that contract. That's what's holding it all up. See, the teams want Julio, but they don't want to take the contract. They don't want to take that guarantee money, and that's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find a team that's going to that's what they're trying to work out, because they don't want to pay all that guarantee money. Hold on. Let me see. We got a question here. He said, is Julio allowed to reject the trade if he don't like the team? No, because he doesn't have a no trade clause. Now, if he had a no trade clause, he could do that. But since he doesn't have that, no. He gets traded to whoever the hell. It's his choice if he wants to sit out or retire if he goes to the team he don't want. So
and force him to release him.
Right. But then what's gonna happen?
Possibly happen.
Right. So what will happen with that is, if that happens, see, now that team gonna be on the hook for his contract. So Jew in the building. I know he came a little later. We'll say what's up with Jew. Everybody say what's up to Jew. Let's see. Let me see what else we got here. All right, we just gonna Q&A the rest of this show right now. We really ain't got too much as far as topics, so we're gonna let y'all ask y'all questions, and we're gonna answer the best way we can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Before we do that, let's talk about these Hawks right quick. Let's get this out the way. What can you say? Like I said, the series ain't over yet. I'm not happy until we get the series done. Trey's playing well. I think this last game, I think he took too many threes. That was the bad thing he took in this last game. But they did well. They stomped the hell out of them. I think what's happening with the Knicks right now is they best player playing too many minutes, and that's Derrick Rose and Trey, and the Hawks got too much firepower for them. They got
They're way too deep. The Hawks is just a deep team, and that's why I was saying a lot earlier when people were getting on Nate for resting those guys. What was the second game? I believe it was second game too, where he rested all those guys. I thought it was a great move because like this is people got to remember this is a series, this is not NCAA. The tournament where you won and done. Like this is a series. You got to go. You got to get the best of 7. So you get these guys. And one thing too, Derrick Rose is what 34, 35 years old.
I think he's 33.
He gonna get tired trying to run after Trey, bro. Like he gonna get tired. Trey is like people don't realize Trey is the real deal. That dude is an athlete. He can go.
Plus, he plays more off ball now than he did last year.
Yeah,
he plays more off ball.
Chase him around. You got to chase that man around now. So it was like when he does get the ball, he becomes a point guard. So now he's on your worst. Like a lot of times, he on a defender that is a lot bigger than him, and they don't have the foot speed to keep up with him. So now he's shaking a guy that's 6'7". And you got a mismatch with a guy like Kevin Huerter, Bogdan, John Collins, and all those guys can shoot. So like it becomes a matchup problem. So it's like Trae Young, the way he playing off the ball right now, and you got Bogdan where Bogey just shooting lights out, bro. Like that dude is playing his like he look like the real vet on this team. Like he look like he hungry, man. And his swagger just went up a whole 10, 20 points, bro. Like his swagger just like, bro, I know I'm good.
Right. We got a question here. He said, I want to know why does Kyle Shanahan go after all our players? Because those are all the players he damn know. With all the players he knows. He wants the familiarity. He wants familiarity. So he's getting people that he knows that came from a team that was successful under his time. So he's gonna get everybody that he can get.
Mm-hmm.
And now right now they're gonna be in a situation to where they gambled their future for the next couple of years for Trey Lance. And
they ain't got no choice.
They ain't got no choice now. But Jew said Trey dogging the Knicks. Oh yeah. If you saw that fourth quarter, the way the Knicks was frustrated and was trying to, because what happened was game 2, they tried to play a physical style. They wanted to be physical because they were like the Hawks. They just finesse team. They just gonna shoot. So let's out physical them. So what happened was now we came back home and we got rid of, and that's the one thing I will give credit. This fan base really showed up these last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
But but what they did was they saw that the Knicks were trying to be physical and they matched the intensity.
Mm-hmm.
See, now since Derrick Rose is averaging 22 to 25 points a game in these playoffs, but he's playing almost 34, 35 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's your best scorer off the bench, and you got him in the start line. So now your bench ain't got no firepower coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm gonna have to say for the Hawks, the unsung hero of this series right now is definitely gonna have to be. And like I said, I've seen it going along here and what a lot of people saying in the news. But Kevin Huerter playing some defense.
He really is.
He
really is. He's playing some solid defenses. He's one of those point forwards too. He's another one of them point forwards. He bringing up the ball just like Bogey is.
Yeah.
And both those guys are about a little bit. They're about the same height, but Kevin Huerter, he's like what 6'7", and he's bringing up the ball, playing solid defense.
Right.
And I think another guy like Clint Capella just like Clint. He locking down that damn paint, bro. That's just he's locking down that paint, bro.
They ain't got no they ain't got no bigs. He taking advantage. But I'm gonna hit this comment right here. The King said, if we won the West with a bad O-line, imagine how good we'll be when we get a good O-line. Hey, that's a possibility. But like I said, that's just gonna be something that you gonna have to deal with when you know your quarterback really does. Well, he might say he didn't want to be there because he's trying to get out. I don't know how it's working out right now. So we too much don't focus on that portion over here, but we try to get the best news we can. But yeah, if y'all had a good offensive line, that would help y'all in the playoffs more so than anything.
That defense is still a bit suspect for me. You can't rely on Wagner forever.
Yeah,
like he been in the league for a minute, so you can't rely on him, and that pretty much the whole defense.
Right. Yeah, because that defense really had been the same in like 4 or 5 years now. So they're happening to win it with offense. It's not the Legion of Boom no more. It's Russell Wilson and everybody else. That's what it is now.
right. That'd be real. That's what it is.
And what it is Russell Wilson and everybody else. But and I think he said something about we ignored his comment or something like that. So I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. We didn't mean to ignore it, but we kind of got into different conversation and all the comments going down. So we apologize for that, man. But yeah, y'all could be good. Y'all could be good. The only issue is your defense going to be capable enough to get stops like that? Because I know our defense has been one of the worst defenses our defense been terrible. Y'all defense haven't been great, but ain't been as bad as ours. And I think that's another thing that's holding the Seahawks back is that defense. It's not Legion of Boom. It's Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You need other guys. I mean, what was it? Shaquille Griffin? I know he's gone now. Jamal, Jamal Adams. They play him as a linebacker anyway.
right.
So y'all pretty much playing 46 defense.
And all he is an occasional pass rusher, blitzer, and a tackle. That's pretty much what he is.
Okay, let's see. Hold on, we got a question here. Tell me how to say. What was your first Falcon game y'all can remember going to, and who was the quarterback?
Vic. My first game was Vic. I'm going to see Michael Vick playing against Minnesota.
Okay. Okay. Now I said the very first game I went to, I remember I was like 7 years. What was it? Hold on, this was 1992. No. I tell you back. This was 1990. No, 1990 because it was at Atlanta Ford County Stadium. A lot of motherfuckers don't know what the fuck Atlanta Ford County Stadium was. I think Chris Miller was the quarterback back then. See, but at this time, but like I said, the only reason I say it like this because it was at this time I wasn't really into football like that. I was more into baseball. But I remember my parents taking me to this game, and bro, they stunk up the joint, boy. all I remember, I hear my dad like, God damn it, what the is this? But that name Chris Miller was synonymous in our household for fucking goddamn Chris Miller. That's all I can say. But if you're talking about as far as what I can remember, like following football the way I do now,
yeah, that's what I remember.
Okay, so I have to go maybe 5 years ago because at that time at my job I always worked on Sunday. I never got a chance to go to games because I was always working on Sundays. I was always working on the weekends. But that was the 49ers. It was the Falcons and the 49ers. That was Kaepernick's last year in San Fran. I remember that because I met Rod Coleman, me, Maggie, and Mrs. Kstylz met Rod Coleman outside the stadium. Mm-hmm. That was the happiest day. I was like, bro, I said I got a chance to meet one of my favorite Falcons, and he was cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was that was like the first and last time. That was the first time I actually went to a game at the Georgia Dome, and that was the last one too.
Good wow. God. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was always working on Sundays around this time, so I didn't outside once I got out of high school. So I didn't really get a chance to go to these games. And even when I did, I couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So at least my thing is at least I could say at least I went to a game in the three football stadiums that they had down here in Atlanta. I can at least say that, even though I was like 3 or 4 and I cried because everybody was fucking screaming, because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I see where my daughter get it. I see where my daughter get it at too, because every time we watch a game and everybody start yelling and screaming, she start crying. She get it from me.
I don't know what the hell going on.
Exactly. We don't know. It just hear nothing but, like I said, you don't hear nothing but screaming, and that's all I remember. Because I used to like Ford County Stadium was because they had the baseball diamond and they was playing football there. Oh yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize we had plenty of blackouts. Motherfuckers was not watching.
They were not trying to come to game. And that's probably another reason why people love Vic, because you guys actually get to see the game.
Exactly. That was because outside of that 97, 98 season, before that, well, most people wasn't watching the Falcons. But that's the history of the Atlanta Falcon fan base. They only watch you when you win, but they don't want to deal with the struggle that comes with being a fan of the team. And yeah, because I remember I was at that first game. I remember where was I living? I forgot where I was living at the time, but I just remember. I just remember seeing the baseball diamond, the football players. I remember Deion Sanders. I remember that. I remember him playing well, but it just synonymously Chris Miller was just bad. That's all I can.
That's all everybody remember. How bad he was.
Exactly. So he said Michael Cantfield said that's going to happen again if they trade Julio. Man, that shit happened as soon as they drafted Matt Ryan. Let's be honest with you. As soon as Matt Ryan got drafted, gone. Let's be real. Let's be real. The first year. Yeah, I was crying at that stadium. I was 3. What the hell you expect? Because the thing about me is, especially around that time growing up, I didn't like being around crowds like that. I had that kind of thing where being around a lot of people used to creep me out. I got better with it when I got older, but yeah, that was like Chris Miller played like a Hall of Famer versus the Vikings in the playoffs.
Yeah, he had a lot of those games. He'll play like shit for 6 weeks and then he'll have one game.
Exactly. Oh man. Yusuke said, I've been to 2 Falcon games in my life, and that was 99 and 2015, where they played Washington. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, hey man, we about to goddamn start winding it down a little bit, but let's get a couple more of these comments in. Hold on, Tony Wright had one here. That people need to stop being in their feelings regarding the Julio Jones and move on. We can be better without him, actually, though we won't have his dominating talents. Football is a team game. T-E-A-M.
Team, right? Damn it.
Team.
To being a team, not Julio and Matt show.
It's got to be a team. It's everybody. Josh Quitt said Tennessee Titans get Julio Jones, the whole wide receiver unit will be fine.
Maybe
Possibility.
We're talking about Ryan Tannehill here, all right? Not Matt Ryan, not a successful quarterback.
Hold on. Hey, Mike, we might need to bow our heads down here for a second. Oh, go and bow your head right quick. Okay. The reason why I say that because Tony Holloway said my first game was during the Bobby Petrino era.
Oh, that man said Bobby Petrino.
I remember.
I know
that.
Boy. They must have been giving them more. They must have been giving them damn tickets at the racetrack or something.
Ooh, Lord have mercy, boy.
But they were giving them. They were giving them damn tickets out for free.
Boy, I was working at the airport around that time, boy. Only thing I remember was, bruh, no. That bruh, y'all don't realize how bad that is. Bruh, this dude literally quit the Falcons in week 14. He left a note under the kitchen sink for these boys and went to Arkansas. Damn, boy.
All you seen him at like, I would say LeBron, but that man left in the middle of the night, and next thing you know, he in Arkansas.
Hold on, he said, "Hey, if we keep Julio until week 6 or 7 to see who the worst team to send Julio to, nah, you can't keep you cannot keep him on this team by preseason. You can't keep him on this team by preseason.
He got to go.
Yeah,
he got to go even before training camp. He got to go.
Right, and that's why they pushing hard for it because ain't no way in hell you can keep a guy like that." Handling his business like that in this locker room because I said it before with the Shannon Sharp and Julio conversation, it sounded like pillow talk. Which a lot of folks don't know what pillow talk is you talking greasy about somebody away. So it's no telling who he been talking about because if he's airing out his frustrations with the team, he could be talking about Matt Ryan. He could be talking about Grady Jarrett. He could be talking about Isaiah Oliver. So now you put the question in the back of the minds of the players is like, okay, we know he don't like.
You ain't saying nothing about me because you said something about me. There's gonna be some problems.
Basically, that's all that is.
Yeah, there's gonna be some problems in the locker room. Everybody looking at him, man. It's like you run into the media. It's like what you said about me. I hope you ain't saying nothing about me. That type of stuff. Like. That creates tension in the locker room.
Exactly. Oh, Tony Wright said Bobby Petrino was a coward the way he left the Falcons and a clown at Arkansas and the way that ended. Hey, yeah, he guys got fired from Arkansas like 3 years later or some shit like that. Damn, everybody talking about first Hawks game. I don't want to relive that experience. Oh my goodness.
I don't remember my first. I ain't gonna lie.
My first Hawks game was in 1997 at a place that most people might not know is the Omni when they played at the Omni.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Guess who we played that year? The fucking Chicago Bulls. How the hell you think that was?
You went to a game where you got playing the Bulls.
They got stomped the fuck out. They got stomped the hell out, boy. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy, boy. I saw Michael Jordan up and close. I was like, yeah, this is about right. That's it. Like I said, a lot of people putting in their first. I want to get this comment right quick. He said, Reggie said, regardless of who gets Julio, we all know they won't have his services for 16 games. Now let's get the deal done. His bags are already packed. Deuces. Oh yeah, his bags already been packed. His bag's been packed said his bag's actually been packed since March.
Mm-hmm.
He just ain't found a house yet.
He already looking. That man hit it to Hollywood.
Exactly. Big Surge said my first game was in 2000. Oh yeah, $5 super chat by Big Surge 559. He said my first game was in 2004 at 3Com Park, Candlestick, Falcons versus Niners. Algie Crumple and Ward Dunn scored a touchdown in front of me. Jim Moore, first GM.
Hey, that's
first game. I ain't meant to say GM, but game. Oh, that name is synonymous down here too. Ain't no way in here. Hey, Jim Moore, like I said, Jim Moore, they were on and off with wins and stuff, but Jim Moore didn't do this team no better.
Mm-mm.
He didn't do this
gave
team no better.
Everything that he wanted.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wind it down here for the night. We appreciate everybody tuning in with us. Like I said, this is appreciate y'all kicking it with your boy Kstylz here. And like I said, we appreciate Mad Mike Sports, the mad scientist, for kicking in with me. My little experiment back here looked like it needs some work to be done on it, but I'm trying something different here. Hey Mike, go ahead, plug away. Tell them what we got stuff on.
We're planning a big day Tuesday tomorrow. It's called Fuck Julio Jones Day. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. No, man. I just want to end with this. I only want to keep people that around. Like, we've always had great players for the most part. Players like that, though, they kind of transcend the sport a bit. Julio Jones, Mike Vick, Matt Ryan, Deion Sanders. Like, we always had those types of players here. It's time to get away from expecting those types of players around our organization. Need to get back to team ball, running the ball, defense, solid defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, get away from that type of stuff. We gotta get back to team sport and actually having a good coaching staff and actually having a running game. So it's like, I know a lot of people like still thinking about Julio Jones and we're gonna be terrible without Julio Jones. Like I said, having Julio Jones ain't gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a massive drop off. It's just gonna be a transitional period. But we had games where Julio didn't play, and we still did fine on the offensive side of the ball. In fact, when you look at the record, Matt Ryan has a higher percentage record. You know, granted that it's a couple of games, but like he has a high percentage record without Julio than he does with Julio. But it's Julio, time to move on and let that be it, man. Just move on. It ain't going nowhere no time soon. But just got to get rid of that, trying to hold on to players. Like we try to hold on to Michael Vick. Julio going to be gone. Matt Ryan going to be gone here real soon too. So let's just get used to the transitional period that change is coming.
And Tara Holloway said, "What's your favorite WWE chant?" What?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
What?
No, that's my favorite one because I knew Jeff Hardy or somebody did something crazy. When I hear "oh shit, oh shit," that's my favorite WWE chant.
I'm like, I like what? Because it sounds so stupid and corny, but it's so funny when he do it. That it's like he'll talk shit. What? And the story behind how it came up with is the funniest thing I've ever heard. You heard that story about how that came up?
He just riding in the car bored and he just decided to prank call somebody.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Atlanta Nation said, "Damn." but definitely, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Oh Lord, he came up with a "You're fired."
That's a legendary one.
That's legendary right there. But yeah. Yes, he was prank calling Christian. Yeah. Devon said, if you smell what the Rock is cooking.
You smell what the Rock is cooking?
He said enough. No, he said, enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Owen Hart. I love that one. But we're gonna close it out tonight. Like I said, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, you make sure you follow Just Kstylz. No, first make sure you follow Atlanta Falcon Nation. Make sure you follow that first. Then you come to follow Just Kstylz channel. We're looking to do some things here. I'm 7 away from 300. So I need about 7 of y'all that ain't subscribed to get the boy to 300 here. 7. That means we are 700. We're 707 away from 1,000. So the journey is still there. I still appreciate tuning in with y'all and y'all chopping it up with me. And like I said, y'all give yourselves some shouts out to yourselves, because without y'all, we wouldn't be going on like this.
There wouldn't be no us if it wasn't for you.
Exactly. And definitely, you ain't gotta go home,
but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
I got to do the hand wave. Deuces.